then we'll get it going. Okay, so let me hit this start button, get this loading screen. NGW Shockwave is live and ready to go. We're on episode 50. We're 2 episodes away from the 1-year anniversary of NGW Shockwave, but this show opens up to mayhem in the back as Cedric Alexander, Jeff Hardy, Baron Corbin, Sasha Banks, Drew McIntyre, and Tyler Bate are causing chaos. There are several members of the NGW staff who are beaten down, tables are being flipped, steel chairs are being banged and thrown against the walls, and then eventually MJF steps through the fray and looks right in the camera, and he begins to speak, and he says, "Sting, you've had 2 weeks to be a man and show us who the third man is at Uncensored. You don't want to do the right thing? Fine by us. We're done playing good cop. Now, let's play bad cop." And with that, MJF grabs a chair and he slams it over the back of one of the fallen staff members who was attempting to get back to his feet. Disrespected No More are taking over Shockwave. Cedric, you keep an eye on the production truck. Jeff, you get a bird's eye view in Sting's favorite hiding spot, the rafters. Drew, grab one of those steel chairs and guard the entrance. Grab one of those steel chairs and guard this entrance. Sasha, I want you patrolling the locker rooms. Anyone gives you lip, shut them up. Tyler, I want you at the entrance ramp. And myself, I'll handle ringside. And the camera follows MJF and Baron Corbin, who come out on stage, and MJF joins me at the broadcast table. So tonight, I have a very special color commentator. MJF is doing commentary with the bad guy. And that leads to our first match of the night, Asuka versus Michelle McCool. So Key, if you want to do commentary and chat throughout this show, you are more than welcome to. It's been a long time since I've seen 2K19 because my 2K19 won't load on my Xbox. Yikes. I gotta say, I think this game looks gorgeous. Or at least when compared directly to 2K20, this game just looks so much better, so cleaner. The only thing, okay, there are a couple of things I do miss about 2K20. One, there were so many alternate attires in that game. Sasha Banks had 5 outfits, and I like that. I thought that was really cool. And we're starting off Shockwave. It's me. I'm gonna MJF, as long, just promise not to hurt me, promise not to do anything at the broadcast table. D&M, your group, MJF, you guys said you're taking over Shockwave tonight. Looking for Sting, demanding an answer from him. But right now, up first in tonight's show, Asuka comes back. Asuka back in NGW going one-on-one with Michelle McCool. NGW Shockwave live on the Pancake Sports Network. Home of action sports, home of NGW, home of Bushido Fighting Championships. And Asuka, as we said, one of the first women to sign with NGW, along with Bianca Belair. Not really. You're guarding the entrance to the building, Connor. Tyler Bate's actually guarding the entrance. Bate is up at stage with his arms folded like this. MJF is at the broadcast table, and Drew's watching the entrance. He's watching the entrance to the building. It's going down tonight. And you alluding to Sting and Austin Aries, we have that 6-man tag street fight, non-sanctioned. And there's Michelle McCool. I actually like her second outfit better, so I probably won't be using this one again. Michelle McCool, another woman in the NGW women's division who has had middling success. Unfortunately for both Asuka and McCool, neither one of these ladies made it to that final 16 for the Mildred Burke Cup. And they're both feeling a little upset, a little motivated by that fact, and they're going to be looking to prove people wrong, to turn some heads in this match and climb up the ladder. And Michelle McCool, the first ever Divas champion in WWE. And then also held that title with tag partner Layla, called themselves Laycool. And unfortunately for McCool, she's just not made it happen yet in NGW, but maybe tonight is a different story. We'll see. And hey, if you just tuned in, if you're just now tuning in to NGW, at the broadcast table with me right now is the NGW World Champion, the leader of Disrespected No More, Maxwell Jacob Friedman. And you guys have put out the APB. You're looking for Sting. You're wanting an answer for Sting. Do you have any idea who the third man is in that six-man tag? And Michelle McCool just dodges a dropkick and immediately eats some punches from Asuka. Tries to go for a grab, a leg layer from Asuka that floors Michelle McCool. And look at that beautiful dragon sleeper. And let's go, because Michelle gets her foot on the rope. Asuka has no choice but to let go of it. And look at Michelle with the counter. Michelle with the counter just drops the elbow over the shoulder and a kick to the back of the leg. What she got planned here? Beautiful back suplex. And a kick to the back. Asuka back to her feet. Not liking that kick. Floors Michelle with another lariat. And Asuka going to work on the neck, just giving it a crank. Cranking the neck. Has that tight grip around the jaw. And then drops her to the canvas. Now Asuka taunting, and there's a pin, leg hook. I've got no idea, Maddox, but I know one thing. Him not showing his face just proves he was a coward. Is he afraid to know? Is he afraid for us to know who he was? And you know what? I don't speak for Sting, but I definitely don't think he's a coward, MJF. I've watched him multiple times fight every member of Disrespected No More, just him and that baseball bat. And now he has that unhinged Austin Aries, who said he's going for your world title at the anniversary episode of Shockwave. Those two, I don't think, definitely not afraid, MJF. And I mean no disrespect, because I know what you guys can do. I know that you have no regard for other people. I do not want to be a victim of Disrespected No More, so I'm going to mind my manners. And just try to keep it diplomatic and keep the commentary on this match. Big clothesline blocked. German suplex from Asuka. And a nice spinning kick to the body and a spinning back fist. Michelle McCool just not winning this striking exchange with Asuka. As she tries to get herself back to her feet in the corner, Asuka goes right back after her, placing her on the top rope. What does Asuka have planned here? Looks like she's setting up for a suplex. Looks like a superplex off the top rope. All the way off it. Oh, what a slam. She's starting to stammer here. And you say that. Austin, you know every champion says that, MJF, but are you really prepared for what's going on, King of Pro? How you living? Are you really prepared for a man as unhinged, a man as dangerous as Austin Aries has been in NGW? We've seen what he did in his debut, just dropping John Mox with that brain buster on the announce table. And how about that lights out street fight at Big Apple Brawl between Moxley and Aries? Those two put each other through hell, MJF. And that's what Aries and Sting are going to look to do to you and Drew McIntyre and Tyler Bate at Uncensored. 2 weeks away. It's good to hear you're doing well, King of Pro. My ass is over here just chilling, drinking an apple juice, you know. Big roundhouse kick that knocks Michelle McCool down.
Game, set, match. This one is over.
And yes, that's right. You did beat Daniel Bryan. I cannot take that away from you. There was a lot of controversy in that match, but at the end of the day, your hand was raised and that title was put around your waist. And I'm just definitely going to try to stay on MJF's good side. I'm just going to mind my business and keep my attention focused on this match. Uncensored is going to be a big pay-per-view, 9 matches. 9-match card for Chicago, Illinois. And man, I just can't wait to see it. I'll be there, of course, doing commentary. It'll be live on pay-per-view. You can also order on Bleacher TV. On any smart device, smartphone, tablet, smart TV, Amazon Fire, the Amazon devices. Big show. six-man tag. The NGW World Champion and the NGW Tag Champions, MJF, Tyler Bate, and Drew McIntyre, will be taking on Sting and Austin Aries in a lights-out, non-sanctioned fight. This is the second time in NGW history one of those matches have taken place as Asuka goes for a pin. Targeting Keith Lee and Ricochet for the tag titles. That's pretty hype. I just simmed an entire year of a WWE universe. Kevin Owens won the Raw title at Elimination Chamber. Alexander Wolf won the Royal Rumble. And it's really interesting that Wolf won that Rumble. It's so one of the matches at WrestleMania is Daniel Bryan defending the SmackDown title against Alexander Wolf. And then the Raw title match is Kevin Owens defending against Brock Lesnar. And Asuka hits the ropes. A hip attack from Asuka that floors Michelle. She has the pinfall. And a kick out from Michelle McCool. What a match this has been, MJF. Fantastic women's division match. Big knee from Michelle McCool. Austin Aries trying to start trouble. I didn't say a single word. I didn't say a single word. Is Roman in the card? On my WWE universe, I don't think so. I have to go look again. I think the opening match at WrestleMania is Elias defending the Intercontinental Championship against Seth Rollins. And there it is. What is it? Is that the Faith Breaker? I forgot what that's called. Well, the show just started, Harpy. This is the first match. And a 2 count. What a match.
Always does her Japanese ancestors proud.
A fantastic women's match to open the show. MJF, you have a front row seat to the action here at the broadcast table. Speaking of controversies, Ted DiBiase should be out of a job right now. I don't like Kenny Omega, but it would have been nice to see DiBiase out of NGW. And of course, you have a grudge with Ted DiBiase, the former leader, the former orchestrator of, or the self-proclaimed orchestrator of Disrespect No More. But all members of D&M have gone on to deny that. My God, Michelle McCool off the top rope and gets caught with a T-bone suplex. Wow, what a counter. Dude, this is what I'm talking about, Roddy. 2K19, the game is just on point. Look at this. Michelle McCool off the top rope. She misses a big splash, my God. These ladies, there's just nothing holding them back tonight. Asuka back in the ring. McCool is dazed. Asuka just waiting for Michelle McCool to come back to her senses and get back in the ring, but Michelle caught an ankle, draped her over the top rope. And oh my, Asuka counters a grapple, takes control. It looks like we have the Asuka lock. Michelle not close enough to the ropes to hope for a rope break. And Michelle McCool taps out. Asuka picking up a big win to open up this night's Shockwave. That was fire. That was a fire match. And let's look at the replays here, MJF. Hip attack from Asuka. Only gets her a 2 count. And look at that kick to the midsection and a roundhouse kick that just dropped, leveled Michelle McCool. And Asuka goes for the pin, gets the leg hooked. 1, 2, not enough. Michelle McCool showed her up. And Asuka with another pin after a neck crank. Thinking that was enough, Michelle McCool kicks out again. And this time Asuka drops her again with another hip attack. Another pinfall, but my God, MJF, she kicks out again. Michelle McCool tough. And there's that Faith Breaker. This is when I thought the match was over. Michelle just flattening Asuka. Faith Breaker, pin. Nowhere near the ropes for Asuka, nowhere to go, but she still kicks out at a 2 count. And the final beat of this match, that Asuka lock. Asuka getting it locked in. What an opening match. We then cut backstage for an interview with Ricochet, who is just gonna basically cut a brief promo heading into NGW Uncensored. And Ricochet says, "You've asked for the next generation in wrestling. Well, look no further because I have arrived and it is my time. In my debut, I took it to the next level and delivered one of the best matches in company history. And now, Alberto Del Rio, you and I do it again. This time, I'm not just here to put on a show. I'm here to make a statement. See, I'm going to be honest. I'm already looking past this match because all I see is that NGW Television Championship. And ADR, I'm sorry, but I'm going to make this quick. So NGW, don't look away for even a second, or you just might miss it." And Ricochet winks at the camera, and we transition to Tamina and Kairi Sane, who are getting prepared for their match later tonight in separate locker rooms. Which then takes us to our next match. Tag match action, the Lucha Brothers, Fenix and Penta take on Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly.
We have a team led by a real fan favorite against the Luchadors. And you know this tag team match has the makings of a...
It's way better than 2K20 IMO. I feel like 2K20 was an unfinished game. When you compare these two games, it's nuts how night and day different they are. 2K20 does feel completely unfinished. And not just because of the crashing and bugs, like it doesn't look as good. There are things that this game does that 2K20 can't even do. Like the seamless entrances where a guy's in the ring and literally you see him pacing around the ring while another wrestler comes out. In 2K20, it like goes black and it separates the entrances. And here come Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly. And they another team. They had the title opportunity. They had a title shot. Oh my God, I bit my tongue. They had a title shot at Anarchy in the UK, challenging the NGW Tag Team Champions at the time, Sheamus and Cesaro. They came up short, and now they're just looking to rebound from that loss with another win tonight. But they're going to have to beat the Lucha Brothers to do it, and we've seen Pentagon and Fenix in separate action. We've seen Fenix win the tag titles with Kofi. We've seen Pentagon vie for that television title, and now they team up tonight for the first time ever in NGW. This is going to be a tag team match to pay attention to, folks. Austin Aries talking about MJF. I know I'm a hard act to follow, but come on, guys. You didn't have to have my unfinished carbon copies. What happened to Ray, Kofi, and Fenix are actually a stable. All three of them they're running together. Right now, I'm transitioning Kofi into a singles run, and I'm gonna do a Pentagon and Ray Fenix tag team. And they just look ready to dominate here tonight. Do Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly. And here come the Lucha Brothers. The crowd already getting hyped. The crowd on their feet in this arena. I don't know why I did this Hardy Boys entrance, because Fenix looks interesting, but it looks pretty close to how they come out in AEW. Street Profits theme banging too. I do like this theme song a lot. And look at the Lucha Brothers. The first ever tag team champion Fenix and his brother Pentagon, Penta El Zero M, the man with zero fear. MJF, this could be a tag team that Drew McIntyre and Tyler Bate have to be paying attention to this. I know that they have their duties tonight looking for Sting, trying to force an answer out of them tonight, but they're paying attention. Big tag team action tonight. 30-minute time limit. Non-titled. Titled. And look at Fenix. Fenix starting with a nice lock on Adam Cole. And an overhand right. And a big elbow. Fenix just working those combinations on Cole, but misses a splash. Nice sidestep from Cole. Cole. Fenix on the shoulders. Beautiful. Right over the knee. Cole sets up another Irish whip. This time sitting. Oh, this time Fenix moves out of the way. And now Fenix going to show Cole what he's capable of. Wait, maybe not. Tries moving Pentagon. Tries moving Adam Cole into the corner with Pentagon, but Cole manages to fight out. And now Cole with an Irish whip, sending him into the corner with Kyle O'Reilly. O'Reilly getting tagged in. We've seen some beautiful martial arts from Kyle O'Reilly. And look at that, just a double lung blower. And now O'Reilly looked like he was going for a pin, instead choosing to go for an arm and knee bar very early in the match. And look at that, look at Fenix using his legs to break out of that figure four, break out of that grip of that leg lock. And now O'Reilly has Fenix on his shoulders. And Fenix is getting dropped over that top rope. And now Pentagon gets tagged in. And a big knee from Penta that drops Kyle O'Reilly. And now Penta just choking O'Reilly out. And you say Drew McIntyre and Tyler Bate are the greatest tag team of all time, and you say that as a matter of fact, but I'm going to ask you, Jeff, what in your opinion makes them the greatest tag team of all time? As O'Reilly gets into the armbar on Pentagon, this time Pentagon, however, fires off some punches to break out of it. That's how you break out of a submission like that. Just punch to your heart's delight. And O'Reilly dropping the elbow over the shoulder and a nice back suplex. O'Reilly and Cole looking to make a statement with this tag match. They would love to spoil the debut of Fenix and Pentagon. Penta with the shoulder tackle that knocks O'Reilly to the canvas. O'Reilly with a jawbreaker to counter. O'Reilly really on top of it with his counters, but he just runs into a dragon screw from Penta. And now Fenix in the ring. Irish whip. And Drew with another, Kyle O'Reilly with another Irish whip. And now Fenix not having any more of it. Irish whips Kyle O'Reilly into the corner of the Lucha Bros. And a big boot up from O'Reilly. And a nice clubbing blow from O'Reilly to follow up after that boot. I could just as easily see Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly in that tag team spot. Tag team contenders. Fenix, however, the arm trapped, and there's a scoop slam. Man, Fenix getting slammed right on that shoulder. But what a counter for Fenix. And a drop kick that drops Cole. And Fenix tags in Penta. Penta back in the ring. McIntyre watching on his phone. I like it. Cole and O'Reilly just really putting it together as Fenix steps out of the way of a big splash and drops Cole with the knee. Massive knee from Pentagon. And they needed that, did the Lucha Brothers. Did they ever? As Cole gets sent over the top rope outside of the ring. I guess Gen Next was erased from the history books. Yikes. This is a different NGW. This is a whole different company. I miss the storylines from WWE 2K16. Because we had that WWE invasion where Vince McMahon was trying to take over the company. Dude, that was so much fun. Especially when Batista came in and I think won the... what titles did we have? We had the Canadian Championship. And look at Penta. Penta lifting Cole up, inverted suplex outside of the ring. And look at Cole just getting beat outside of this ring. They're stuck. It was Matt Sydal and Austin Aries. And then I formed a stable called the Dynasty. And it was Seth Rollins as the leader, Austin Aries, Matt Sydal, and Apollo Crews. All right, I might have to restart this match because to his credit, he's trying to get Adam Cole back into the ring, but O'Reilly is blocking him. There we go. Okay, cool. I don't have to restart. Dude, he beat the shit out of Cole. How much damage do you think Cole took from getting tossed into the apron a million times? Cole just not able to get up after getting tossed back into the ring. Dude, they had all the Dynasty had all the titles at one point. Rollins was heavyweight champion. Austin Aries and Matt Sydal were tag champs. And Apollo Crews had the Canadian title. I don't remember if it was Apollo Crews or Finn Balor in the group. I thought it was going to be Balor, but the guy who played Balor didn't show up very often. So I switched to, we brought Crews in. Kick to the knee. And a big shining wizard. And Cole just dragging out. Look how he dragged Fenix all the way to the corner of O'Reilly. And Pentagon tries, no! Pentagon tried breaking it up, and O'Reilly was able to block, but Fenix luckily able to kick out. And an inverted DDT from Fenix. Fenix just looking over Adam Cole, not entirely sure what his next move's gonna be. Cole back to his feet. Fenix waiting for Cole to get up. Eats a punch, blocks a grapple. And an Irish whip. Just sending Cole into the corner of the Lucha Bros and hits him with a big forearm. They're the tag team champions, and anyone with eyes can see that they're the greatest tag team of all time. MJF just talking about Drew and Tyler, saying they are the greatest tag team of all time. And you know what? I'm going to have to give you some props because you are right. The bar, 4 title defenses. We thought they cleaned out the tag division, and then Drew and Tyler Bate came in at NGW Year 1, and they came in with the game plan, and they dispatched Sheamus and Cesaro just like, nope, 2 count. I was going to say just like the Lucha Brothers dispatching O'Reilly and Cole here, but Cole able to kick out at 2. Penta now getting tagged back in. And look at Cole just tripping him up and a single leg crab. Phoenix is going to have to get to that rope. No, instead kicks Cole off of him. And look at that counter from Phoenix, or from Pentagon. So sorry. And a nice cutter from Penta. Penta L0M with the cutter. But Cole back to his feet, misses a knee. Phoenix says you can have the, or Pentagon says you can have the knee. I'm going to drop you with an inverted DDT. And look at him just clawing the face of Cole. And what does Penta have planned here?
Looks like a power bomb coming up.
And a turnbuckle powerbomb, my lord. Did you see how Cole just bounced off the turnbuckles? Irish whip. And an elbow from Cole. And a super kick that drops Penta. A hellacious super kick. And O'Reilly gets tagged in. What's up, Crow? Another champion in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Crow, I've decided to make all the champions in NGW VIPs of the chat. DDT from Penta. Planning Kyle O'Reilly. Irish whip sending O'Reilly into the turnbuckle and a big clothesline. O'Reilly's out. And oh, it looks like Penta stalking O'Reilly. What does Penta have here? Oh, we've seen Penta try to take out Seth Rollins with this move last week. Package power driver. That could be it. And look at Phoenix getting in the ring. Phoenix getting in the ring. No, breaks it up, does Adam Cole. And now Penta going after Cole. I do like that they move a lot faster to break up pins and tag matches in this game. And O'Reilly with the knee. Nope, Penta breaks out, uppercut. And a backbreaker. And O'Reilly makes the tag to Cole. Cole with a nice drop kick. Drops Penta. And now look at that enziguri. And a super kick before Penta can even get back to his feet. A big combination from Adam Cole. And, a patella brainbuster.
But I don't know how much gas he has left, guys. And you thought the first one was
And a big chop. And Penta chops back. And Cole just not letting that slam take. That's one thing I hate that you can't stop it from going idle. Or if you can, I've not been able to figure it out. It's like I looked up my Xbox settings all night. And what does Cole have planned here for Penta? A kick to the knee. Followed by a shining wizard. And there's Fenix. And Fenix breaks it up right at the 3. And the hand was almost out for 3. Pentagon's out. Pentagon is out. And O'Reilly getting tagged back in. Penta tries getting to his feet. And a sling blade from Penta L0M. But no, Kyle O'Reilly, jawbreaker. No, a sidestep from Penta. And O'Reilly with an Irish whip sending Penta to the corner, or to the ropes, and a big knee. And it just caused Penta to turn inside out. And now what does O'Reilly have planned here? Looks like a brainbuster and gets it. Sure. And a 2 count for Penta. O'Reilly just getting right back up and goes on the attack, but runs into an elbow. And he might have to, he's gonna have to get away from Cole. That's exactly what I thought was gonna happen. Cole with that strike, and he runs into a roaring elbow from O'Reilly. And now what does O'Reilly have planned here? A snap suplex. And there's an arm bar. No, a knee bar too. And no, Penta able to kick out. Penta able to get out of it.
Great job by him there, but he's still in a tough spot, Cole.
And a nice spin out elbow.
He might have it.
And look at that crank. And there it is, a guillotine. And Penta just struggling in it. The choke deep, and he chokes Penta out. Does Kyle O'Reilly, the Lucha Brothers, losing their debut?
And we have our winners.
Holy mother of, I don't know what to say about that, MJF. What an action-packed tag match. I can't believe we just witnessed O'Reilly and Cole win by submission. All right. And look at O'Reilly and Cole standing tall in the ring, trying to climb back up that tag team ladder. So, after the match, we get a video, we get a vignette. We have sit-down interviews with CM Punk and Finn Balor ahead of their match at NGW Uncensored. And we're going like, these kind of look like UFC interviews, black and white. They're sitting in a, little interview room. And it starts with CM Punk. And they basically, so it starts with CM Punk, and CM Punk says, "Why do I think Finn Balor wants to wrestle me?" Well, that's a loaded question. Because the thing with these types of interviews is everything gets misconstrued. So I'll tell it like it is. Finn Balor thinks he's the guy, plain and simple. And when you think you're the guy and you feel like someone is encroaching on your territory, you shut them down. And then it cuts to Finn Balor, who says, "I've been playing around and having fun when I should be holding titles. Seeing CM Punk return was the wake-up call that I needed. The Prince is back, and he has a crown to claim. And right now, Punk says he's the guy, and now I'm going to be the one to show him he's not." And Punk, we go back to Punk for another part of the interview. And Punk says, is this personal? Come on. This is competitive. We're two alpha males in a competitive sport. If it's personal for him, that's his problem. But it's not personal for me. And then we cut to Finn Balor. Hell yes, it's personal. When things got tough in my career, I didn't have the luxury of running away and hiding from my problems. I weathered the storms. I took on the hardships, and I won championships because of it. I became a better man for it. Punk returns to wrestling, and they roll out the red carpet for him. Well, I don't need or want red carpets, Punk. Beating you, knocking you off the rankings, that is my red carpet. And we go back to Punk. All that said, I do want Finn to understand one thing. Best in the world isn't just something that I say to sound cool or to stroke my ego. I have competed at the highest level since the first day I stepped between the ropes. I signed my name on the dotted line to join this company and won the NGW Television Championship in my first singles match. I'm not the guy you go after. Do you know what you signed up for, Finn? And then they both say at the same time, at NGW Uncensored, and Finn Balor says, Chicago will always remember and hate me for the night I beat their favorite son in front of all of his fans, friends, and family. And Punk says, you will learn that when you aim for the crown, you best not miss. And then we go to our next match, a zero gravity match between Tyler Breeze and Dominik Mysterio. MJF, how about what we just heard? Oh, I'm dragging it out. I'm going with classic New Japan feuds. You don't do a bunch of rematches back to back. You build up to it. So right now, Punk and Brett are doing their own thing, and then we'll go back to another match between them if everything goes according to plan. And MJF, how about what we just heard from Punk and Finn Balor? Uncensored Chicago. That is going to be a huge match. Here comes Tyler Breeze. Breeze looking to continue wanting to climb up the zero gravity ladder, wanting to earn a zero gravity title shot. And by the way, don't forget, at NGW Uncensored MJF, I know that you're going to like this. I know you liked it when Jeff Hardy said it on Shockwave 3 weeks ago, but a TLC match at Uncensored, Orange Cassidy defends the Zero Gravity Championship against Jeff Hardy. And you have to think that match 100% favors Jeff. But tonight we have Tyler Breeze and Dominik Mysterio, son of Rey Mysterio, son of Pro Wrestling Hall of Famer Rey Mysterio. In his first match in NGW, I don't know a lot about this kid. I'm very excited to see him wrestle. And Breeze just getting. See, I like this in 2K19 how it shows Breeze in the ring while Dominik's doing his entrance. And look at Dominik Mysterio. Why did they even give him a name if that's what they were going to? Why did they have someone say Doris Mick Terror? And Dominik Mysterio looking very game for this match tonight with Tyler Breeze. MJF just out here on commentary with me. You're promising Jeff Hardy. What will you guys do when if Jeff Hardy brings that Zero Gravity Championship to Disrespect It No More? I heard about the parties you guys had, the parties you guys threw after year one when you left with the world title and Drew and Tyler left with the tag titles. I heard you guys threw a rager. I don't want to know what's going to happen. Don't even want to have the slightest idea what you guys are going to do if Jeff Hardy wins the Zero Gravity title as Breeze locks up with Dominik, pushing him into the ropes. Referee gets between them, breaks them up. Kick to the midsection. And look, just slamming the head of Dominik Mysterio into that top turnbuckle. But now Dominik reverses. No, dragon screw sending Dominik into that turnbuckle, my lord. Breeze looking to really put a hurting on Dominik Mysterio tonight, but Dominik not having any of it. Fights out of that corner. Now Dominik on the top rope. Tornado DDT plants Tyler Breeze. And what a show we have planned for you at Uncensored. Live from Chicago, that TLC match for the Zero Gravity title. Just one of 9 matches planned for Chicago, Illinois. And look at that neck breaker. No, Tyler Breeze with a neck breaker counter. Pizza with no ranch. I'll be there. Is Bad Guy Maddox invited to the pizza party? And an inverted DDT from Dominik. Cedric Alexander back. What's going on, Caleb? How you doing, man? And Dominik working the shoulder of Breeze, drops the shoulder to the canvas. And now Dominik pin, leg hook, not even a 1 count.
Yeah, this is way too early to be going for the win.
We got a pay-per-view planned for you tonight, Caleb. You ready for some pay-per-view tonight? And look at that kick to the midsection. Well, no, I'm going to be nice to you on commentary right now because MJF is at the table with me. But you better believe that Uncensored, I am going to be rooting for Team Sting all the way. And big forearm from Tyler Breeze that drops Dominik. Leg hooked. And only a 2 count.
And the match continues. Nice effort, and here's hoping he can sustain it.
And a super kick. What's up, former mint? That super kick just floored Dominik Mysterio. Breeze can't believe it. Can't believe that Dominik Mysterio kicked out. I'll tell you one thing I like about this game. I don't see countouts happening very often, which I love. They go outside of the ring and then immediately come right back in. That's such a cool thing for me. Former Mint in the house. Former Mint, you actually just joined at the right time, if I'm not mistaken. Let me make sure. Yeah, Former Mint, you joined at the right time because you're going to see what's going to happen. Big right hand from Breeze. And Breeze on prettier. And that's it for Dominik Mysterio. His debut spoiled by Tyler Breeze.
Now let's take a look back at some of the great action.
Is it my eyes when they look at me? Dude, I used to love Tyler Breeze's theme song. Used to love it. Used to love it. We go backstage with Stephanie McMahon and Hikaru Shida, who are visibly upset about Shida's loss to Bayley during the Mildred Burke Cup. And Shida starts speaking in Japanese, and Stephanie translates for her. And Stephanie says, "Bayley, congratulations on your victory. You fought well and have thus far been my toughest opponent. And you were the better woman that night. I learned something very valuable with that loss. Though you humbled me, I cannot accept losing as the reigning champion." And Shida speaks again, and Bayley and Stephanie translates. "So, Bayley, at the Shockwave anniversary show, whether you win or lose the tournament, I am putting my world championship on the line." And Shida speaks again and looks at the camera with intensity. And Stephanie this time just says, "Hikaru Shida cannot and will not be defeated again." And that leads us to the main event, the Mildred Burke Cup semifinal between Tamina and Kairi Sane.
All hands on deck.
Oh, I actually like Kairi Sane's entrance too. What Shockwave is this? I keep saying it. What Shockwave is this? This is Shockwave episode 50. Tuesday, Juvenile, is going to be a big Shockwave anniversary show. It's going to be almost like a mini pay-per-view. and Kairi Sane making it all the way to the semifinals. What a story, MJF. Her first year in NGW, 2020, not having the best success in 2020. Ended up leaving the company and going back to Japan. When she heard about the Mildred Burke Cup, she came back, wanted to be in this tournament, and the matchmakers put her in. And she has delivered in spades, making it all the way to the semifinals. But she has a huge opponent tonight, Tamina. The one to defeat Raquel Gonzalez. Who honestly, to be quite honest with you, if you want me to be transparent, Raquel was my hands-on pick, the odds-on favorite for me to win the whole cup. And was just, her and Tamina had what I would say a fantastic one-on-one matchup, very competitive. And Kairi Sane, look at that game face on Kairi Sane. She knows what's up for grabs in this match. And Tamina means business tonight. Look at the face of Tamina just staring a hole. And Kairi Sane, her gaze not leaving the ring. Because Tamina knows what's waiting for her. If she wins tonight, she goes on to the finals at Uncensored, a 2 out of 3 falls match for the Mildred Burke Cup trophy. And if you win the Mildred Burke Cup, you do get a title shot. You get to challenge the NGW Women's Champion. But up next for Hikaru Shida, she's going to defend that championship against Bayley, since Bayley was the one who pinned her during this Mildred Burke Cup and a dragon screw from Kairi Sane. Big counter. Big counter from Kairi. Tamina with an arm drag. And Kairi Sane has experience in these tournaments, having won the Mae Young Classic in WWE. Now she's looking to win the Mildred Burke Cup. And look at Tamina just blocking that into a big DDT that spikes Kairi Sane. And I know Raquel Gonzalez not happy with what I said about her first loss in 2021, but it is what it is. I'm just stating facts. Tamina was able to best Raquel Gonzalez in a fantastic, an incredible one-on-one match, MJF. And unfortunately for disrespecting no more, Sasha Banks eliminated in the first round by the Women's World Champion, Hikaru Shida. And now they're going outside of the ring for this. Sane going to work on the body, but gets kicked in the knee. And then look at Kairi just lifting Tamina in the air and dropping her. Snap suplex from Kairi Sane. Bayley very well could win it. Could you imagine? Could you imagine, Juvenile? Big forearm that's blocked. Tamina back in the ring. Kairi Sane right behind her. And Tamina runs into a kick followed by a T-bone suplex. And looked like Kairi was going to keep the bridge, but Kairi lets it go. And that Mildred Burke Cup final going to be under a 60-minute time limit, MJF. As Kairi Sane, shoulder tackle, we've seen her walk the plank time and time again on Shockwave since being in the Mildred Burke Cup. And beautiful forearm right to the chest of Tamina. And now Sane climbing the top rope. She's going to do what no woman has been able to do. Looking to finish. Tamina, but runs it to some knees. Moonsault, it just hits the knees of Tamina. And a big super kick that drops Kairi Sane. And now Tamina climbs the top rope. And Tamina with a big splash and gets all of it. Pancakes, Kairi Sane. That could be it. And a 2 count. Sane gets the shoulder up. And Tamina visibly frustrated and shocked that Sane was able to power out. Now Tamina's gonna climb to the top rope again. What were you saying, Titan? You might have just spoiled this. Off from the top rope. And a big no, misses the axe handle smash. And Kairi stops Tamina. And now and Kairi head scissors, big elbows. And a big stomp. Hey, what up, Roddy? Roddy, I don't really get to do it at night. I do it in the morning when I wake up. Boy, I was straight gonzo this morning, boy. And now Kairi Sane, big submission here, but has to let it go. Tamina refusing to tap. Kairi now going for a pin, opting in for a pinfall instead. This could be it. She could win it all here. No shoulder from Tamina. Hey, Real Rampage has joined the Bad Guy Club as the newest member of the Bad Guy Club. You receive a pair of sunglasses, a switch blade, and a leather jacket. Ooh-wee, baby. Thank you for joining the Bad Guy Club. Everybody, welcome Real Rampage to the Baddest Club on Twitch TV. And Real Rampage, since you are the newest member of the Bad Guy Club, I do have 2 questions for you. If you are open to answering them, if you're tough enough. But now Tamina goes for a pin and putting her feet on the middle rope. Kick out for Kairi Sane. Kairi Sane kicks right out at 1. Kick to the midsection. Sane with the forearm. Sane tries to follow up with a second left forearm. That one didn't go anywhere. Tamina just tossing Kairi Sane over the top rope. Back outside, 20 count in effect. With this game, I almost feel like I could turn 10 count back on, but I actually like 20 count. I prefer the 20 count from Japan. Kairi Sane, what does she have? Tamina just drops Tamina on the ring apron. My God, Tamina bounces off. NGW tough enough, baby. Hey, if y'all had some CAWs and you had it on Xbox, I would totally be down to do a tough enough. Make that a storyline. And it would be a tournament with of CAWs with the finalists getting a world title shot and a guaranteed contract with NGW. And now Kairi Sane choking out Tamina. What's up, Rampage? What's the question, big homie? Sane just choking out Tamina. You can't load your 2K19? Man, oh man. Big super kick from Tamina. Kairi Sane looks completely out. Completely taken out of the game with that super kick. No, playing possum is Kairi Sane. Yeah, it's on Xbox, right? If you have a CAW, put them on the community creations and I'll download them. We don't even have to do a tournament. Now that I have the game on console, now that I'm playing a WWE game on console, if you guys have CAWs that you would rather use over wrestlers, you can do that. Who's my favorite WWE superstar? Are we talking like, can I open it up to wrestling period, or are we talking just current WWE? Because if we're talking current WWE, it's probably Damian Priest. I just think that guy has superstar written all over him. And I don't know why he hasn't been on TV, because I have been reading the results from Raw, and I have not seen any segments with Damian Priest since the last pay-per-view. So if we're just limiting it to WWE wrestlers that are currently active, it's Damian Priest. If we're talking favorite wrestler of all time, it's Terry Funk. I think Terry Funk is the greatest North American wrestler, period. The only person who would even be a close second to me is Ric Flair. Or Nick Bockwinkel. Really, Bockwinkel's actually my second. Terry Funk, Nick Bockwinkel, and then we'll probably go Brett and Flair tied for third. But I really don't have a strong appreciation with Flair because I just wasn't watching wrestling when he was at his peak. So I didn't really, I jumped on the Flair bandwagon a little bit later. But Flair's match with Vader at, is it Starrcade? Flair and Vader at Starrcade or Super Brawl? I can't remember. That match is really good. I think it's Starrcade. It's Super Brawl. Which one was the big if Flair loses, he retires?
At some point, the referee may want to think about stopping this.
I don't remember. Either way. 1993 Starrcade is what it is. Who is your favorite wrestler, though, Rampage? Kairi Sane on the top rope.
Kairi Sane, big move.
Kairi Sane, big elbow off the top. She gets it. And the leg hook pinfall. And Kairi Sane moves on to the finals at NGW Uncensored. She beat Tamina, the other woman that I thought was an odds-on favorite. And let's look at the replay here. Big splash from Tamina, and I honestly thought that was going to be it. And Kairi just able to get the shoulder up in that submission. Tamina just refusing to tap. Kairi Sane eventually letting go and tries for a pin that Tamina kicks out of. And Tamina also could have easily got that hand on the rope. And then look at this, off the top rope, the rope just slinging back and hitting Kairi Sane in the throat. And Tamina thinks that's a chance for a pin. Gets the leg hook, but Sane once again kicks out. And that super kick. Another moment in the match that I thought was over, but Kairi Sane able to dispatch the competition. And she will be going to Uncensored to compete for the Mildred Burke Cup trophy. All right. So, MJF has had enough, and he leaves the commentary table and he gets in the ring and he grabs a microphone and he says, Sting, get your ass out here right now. And nothing happens. The camera pans around the arena and we don't see anything. So MJF starts speaking again and he says, God damn it, Sting, we know you're in this building. Stop wasting our time. Give it up with these dumb games and look me in the eye, man to man, and tell me who your third man is. And once again, nothing happens in the arena. No reaction, nothing, no music, no signs of Sting, nothing. And MJF is fuming. Then he picks up the microphone again. He says, oh, I cannot wait for Uncensored. But then the crowd pops when Sting comes out from the crowd and he slides in the ring behind MJF. MJF turns around and he sees Sting and he lets out a shriek, and Tyler Bate runs into the ring and attacks Sting from behind, and MJF joins in on the melee. They're stomping Sting a few times, but then they stop when they realize it's not Sting at all, but a fan dressed as Sting. So MJF picks him up and dumps him over the top rope, and he's confused and mad, and Tyler Bates looking around, and eventually the real Sting appears on stage, and MJF looks both intimidated yet annoyed. And Sting speaks because he has a microphone, and Sting says, if only you could see the look on your faces. Disrespect it no more. Did you not do your homework? Do you not know anything about me? Once upon a time, there was a group who tried to do the exact same thing you're doing to NGW, and I picked them off one by one. As Sting says one by one, he's swinging his bat from Tyler Bate to MJF. And Sting says again, you keep asking who the third man is, but what if there is no third man? What if Austin Aries and myself are just crazy enough to take on all three of you by yourselves? We have nothing to lose. The both of us will fight to our very last breath, and even then we'll swing with everything we have until none of you are left standing. Can you honestly say the same? And the crowd pops. Or what if there was a third man? What if he was standing right behind you? Bate and MJF turn around, and there's a man in the ring with a Sting mask on who takes it off, and it's revealed to be Pete Dunne. Tyler Bate looks like he's seen a ghost, and MJF tries to blindside Dunne, but Dunne grabs his arm and drops MJF to his knees. Dunne teases, breaking MJF's hand, but Tyler Bate attacks Dunne, with Dunne eventually coming out on top of the brawl by dumping Tyler Bate with a T-bone suplex, causing Bate to roll out of the ring. Sting is in the ring now, and he backs MJF into a corner. MJF begs and pleads with Sting, but then attempts to sucker punch Sting, who catches it, and then Irish whips MJF into a corner and follows up with a Stinger splash. Sting whips MJF into the opposite corner and hits him with another Stinger splash. MJF rolls out of the ring and regroups with Tyler, the two retreating up the ramp to get away as Shockwave goes off the air, with the final image being done and Sting circling the ring, daring D&M to come back. And that is the end of Shockwave. So,